Howdy folks, it's Jake here. Just wanted to hop on and talk for a second about something that has, I guess, been a part of my life for a long time, but I didn't have words for until recently. But I had a great conversation with a friend lately about the work that we do when we're not doing any work. And what I mean by that is the work we do up here in our head while we're away from our workstation. As a creative and as a musician, a mixer, a producer, a lot of my work gets done outside of the studio. And what I mean by that is I spend a lot of my day and a lot of my days and a lot of my week thinking about what it is that we're actually trying to accomplish with a project. It's really easy to show up to your workstation, to show up to your computer, and just start throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And I think sometimes that works great. I think a lot of people have success with just letting their creativity flow when they sit down at their workstation and, not doing a whole lot of processing or planning what it is they're trying to accomplish on the front end or on the back end, But I think personally, for me, and for a lot of my friends who I've talked to about this, maybe not a lot, but I think some people I trust have told me that their best work gets done away from their workstation. An example of this might be a song that I'm working on. I listen to a mix in the car and I say, wow, this has 4 too many elements. It has too much guitar, too much tambourine, too many background vocals. And I think to myself, we've lost the point. Quick notes, write some stuff down, stop listening to it. There's no point in me listening to the whole song and going, oh, let me figure out what's wrong with this kick drum sound, or, is the song any good? It's like, yes, I decided early on that this song was good and it was something that I wanted to record. First of all, let's trust that early version of myself. Let's trust that younger version of myself's judgment and call it a day. We're going to keep working on this project. We decided at some point that it was worthwhile. Secondly, we've realized now that we've gone too far into the weeds. We're going to reduce elements and we're going to try and cross the finish line in that way. Now, when I show back up to my workstation with those notes, what am I doing? I'm not thinking to myself and spending all this time at my workstation going, oh, let me just see what else I can add to this. Or oh gosh, is this worth it? Is this song worth my time? I'm just showing up and I've already done some work before showing up to my workstation. I don't have to lament with my laptop open whether or not this project is worth my time or how I've lost the plot. I can do that on my way to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I think that's just the thought for the day. Spend some time with yourself. Keep your slate blank in your mind. Don't be constantly entertained when it comes to taking a trip to the grocery store or having a little extra time before you go to work in the morning. Take that time and assess an overarching view of where you're at with your creative projects, what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Are you taking steps towards those goals? Do you have goals? Are you losing the plot by not thinking about your art, but telling yourself that you are just by showing up in your studio for 2 hours a day and having a project open? That's not making art. if you're not using your brain. Anyways, the thought life is important, folks. What we put in does affect what we get out, and what we don't put in can keep us from creating better work. That's all I got for the day. I hope you're doing great. I hope that the sun is shining where you are, but not too hot. Anyways, if you got any questions, thoughts, or have something else to say, drop it in the comments below. Drop a like if you liked this, and subscribe if you want to hear me chat more. I have a new song out, 3 new songs really. Check those out if you like alt rock, indie rock, all that jazz. And let me know what you want me to talk about or make a video about next. Thank y'all so much for being here, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace!